Hey everyone, it's Lauren. I'm back for my little inspirations that I've been doing every week. And like I said, I'm going to be showcasing his band every week. And this week, drum roll please, 1,000 Foot Krutch. This is one of my all-time favorite bands. I've been listening to them since, wow, my junior year of high school, which was about 5 years ago, I think, around there. And I got hooked to the song Rock Fist. You know, throw up your rock fist, feel it when you drop this. But one of my favorite songs. It really got me started on them, and I love it. This CD is amazing. Like I say about all my CDs, of course, but this CD is really good. It talks so much about issues that are going on right now. Talking about lighting something inside of us. It's called The Flame in All of Us. It's just talking about lighting something inside of us to live for God, to do everything for God, and just to get out there, get all the word out on God that we can. And it's just amazing. Such hard rock. Like, I rock out in my car to this CD. I know people be passing me on the road, but like, that girl is crazy. Do you see what she's doing in her car? But it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. So yeah, that's my CD. This week, I'm going to be talking about fellowship, which has really been a big part of me lately. I've recently found a church, which is very exciting. And before then, I'd been going to kind of sporadic churches. I hadn't been going every single week because I've moved down here about a year and like 3-ish months ago, and I had a church back home in the mountains that I was so attached to. Like, I loved that church, and I did not want to leave that church. And when I got down here, I was like, I'm never going to find a church that's that good, and I'm never going to find people who love me as much as those people did. And my friend Jen that I work with, hi Jen, she invited me to a young adults group at her church called 242. Hi everyone from 242 if you see this. And it's an amazing group. It got me back into the fellowship mode, and then I started going to her church, which I fell in love with. I love that church. I know that it's where God wants me. He really opened the door for this church, and it's so amazing, and it's such a relief. And I've been realizing that I have been missing this fellowship of people encouraging me and people loving on me and caring about me and checking how I'm doing and seeing how my week is going, and I've missed that so much. And I heard a story recently about this lady who was making her way from Alberta to Yukon, and it's a pretty rough path, and the first night she got there, she stopped in a small town and just got a room for the night, and she's like, I'll start my journey bright and early in the morning and get everything ready. So she calls the desk clerk, and she's like, I need to get a wake-up call for 5 a.m. And the desk clerk was like, are you sure that that's the time you want to get up? And she was like, yeah, I need to get out real early. And he's like, okay. And she was kind of puzzled by his reaction to her request, and so she went to sleep, and she gets up in the morning, and she realizes why the clerk made this face, because there's just a blanket of fog everywhere. You can't see in front of you. Everything is just so foggy and dreary. And she goes down to breakfast because she didn't want to look like a retard. So she goes down to breakfast, and she packs all her stuff and everything, and these truckers are in there eating breakfast, and they're like, come have breakfast with us, sit with us and we'll talk. So she says okay, so she sits down with them, and they're like, so where are you going? And she said that she's going up to Yukon, and they're like, I hope you're not going in that little bitty car. And it's the one car that was sitting in a parking lot of semi-trucks. She's like, well, yeah, that's what I planned on doing. And the trucker was like, well, I guess that we'll just have to hug you. And she's like, I don't think that's going to be appropriate, and I don't think that's necessary. And he's like, no, I don't mean hug in a physical sense. I mean that we will put one semi in front of you and then one semi behind you so that you can see where you're going, and we can get you through the mountains. So this whole travel or this whole journey through the mountains, she had 2 red lights in front of her that she could follow, and then she had the headlights behind her that were guiding her. And I think this story really relates to fellowship, because when we have that fellowship, we have people guiding us. We have people keeping us accountable for our relationship with God, and it's a way that we can keep ourselves accountable, because we know that people are going to ask, and we can be prepared to tell them, you know, what God's been teaching us, what He's changed in our lives, the prayers He's answered, just everything about Him and everything that's amazing and going on. And fellowship is just such an important part to me, because you have this community of believers that just come together and worship. And not only do you get to talk about God all the time, which is awesome, but they care about you and really want to know how you're doing. And to me, that's just amazing. And I'm going to read from Hebrews tonight. It's just one verse. It's Hebrews 10:25, and it says, let me find it. Let us not give up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. The one word that sticks out to me in that verse is encourage, because that is what fellowship is. It is encouraging one another to get us through our weeks, our months, our year, maybe even that hour, maybe even that day. It just helps us so much, and it just really brings our relationship back to Christ and brings our focus back to Christ, because we want people to ask us how we're doing, and we want to be truthful with them. And that's really all I had for tonight on fellowship. Like I said, like I always say, 1,000-foot Krutch, amazing. Here's the back. Amazing, such an amazing band. Y'all need to go out and buy all these CDs. If it's the genre you like. If you don't like rock, well, the CD is probably not for you. But yeah, it's a great CD, great band. And I think that's all. Leave me some comments. Let me get some feedback from y'all. I posted a few more videos of me singing some of my favorite worship songs. I'm going to be putting some more up. So give me some feedback on those and let me know what you're thinking. And if you need anything, prayer request, just to talk, anything. I like talking. I've said many times before. As you can tell, I like talking. So just message me, let me know, and I will talk to y'all later. Love ya. Peace.